Hello, hello, friends. Happy Sunday. I hope you're having an excellent weekend. I missed my Friday video, so I actually decided to save it for this coming Friday instead of putting a video out 2 days in a row. So if you're wondering what happened, I went MIA for a day. So our sales have been absolutely amazing this week. We're at $4,500 for the week. Sales are up over 30%. We are doing absolutely great. So what I'm going to have for you this week is actually 3 sales videos. Today, I'm going to show you bread and butter, so more $20 to $40, $45 range. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to show you those high dollar sales, and there are a lot of them. That is what made this week be absolutely ridiculous. And I think you should really look and see what's selling because it needs to get up now. We're getting down to the wire where it's going to get close to selling to get things there in time for Christmas. So I think a lot of these things are Christmas gifts. I typically don't carry a ton of Christmas gift type stuff, but we did a luxury buyout. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to show you 20 from eBay, a couple from Mercari, and like 4 or 5 from Poshmark that have sold over the last week. All right, we are going to jump into kind of the back door, my eBay Seller Hub, my overview. If you aren't familiar with the Seller Hub, it's really a great tool for those of you that are sellers. I will go ahead and pop my video up with a link where I go over the Seller Hub and exactly what you can do with it. And I like to show it because I want to show you that I'm doing exactly what I tell you I'm doing. And my store is also public. We don't hide any sales or anything from you guys, so you're more than welcome to go check it out or follow me just to see what we're listing, check out what's selling, and yeah, so you could know before the videos come out if you want to. I also want to tell you guys, if you have not finished your Christmas shopping, we actually just finished it for Dalton. I do need to get some stuff for Brooke and for my mom and my sister, but Dalton is done. He was our main concern. So I am going to be running from Thanksgiving night on Thursday until Tuesday morning. I'm going to be running 30% off of everything in my store. That includes sterling silver jewelry. That includes luxury designer bags. Every single item in our store, 8,000 items. I am doing a Black Friday, Cyber Monday store. I'm going to be cringing as some of it sells because it's going to be really amazing deals. So if you're looking for stuff, please check out our eBay store. I'm going to link that for you down in the comments as well as in the video description. So if you're shopping, we have 8,000 items. I guarantee we have something for whoever you need something for, or buy something for yourself. We have some really, really nice jewelry. So let's go ahead and get into the eBay Seller Hub. All right. I thought it was 30%. It looks like apparently we are up 25.3%. So it is early in the day. It's only 10 o'clock in the morning, and we've already done $437 today. We are at $4,400 for the week. We are at $15,300 for the month. My minimum goal is 20. I would like to get to 25, and then we're at 38 for the last 90 days. So hopefully we can keep this up. And look at this, 2 days in a row, Friday and Thursday, $1,000 days. How amazing is that? And we did have yesterday was 346. My goal daily is a minimum of 500. We should hit that today. We're pretty close, but definitely had some higher dollar sales these 2 days. And I'm going to go ahead and show you 20 items. These are going to be bread and butter. The high dollar ones will be coming at you on Wednesday, so you won't see them in this video, but let's go ahead, take a look, because bread and butter is really what adds up and makes the majority of our sales. This Wild Lights Denver Zoo souvenir mug. I put souvenir twice. This one was listed 2 years ago. So beware of mugs, but it did sell for 25 bucks and I picked it up for 50 cents. So it is like a $20 profit, but I am much more particular with the mugs that I pick up now. And this is a really cool one though, the Wild Nights at the Denver Zoo, and $20 profit, but it took 2 years to sell. And most mugs are going to be longer tail, just like this one. So if you don't have a lot of space, you definitely want to be very, very particular with which mugs you pick up. Next up is this really, really neat tablecloth. This is almost for one of like the small side tables, circle side tables. So I put vintage circle embroidered linen tablecloth, 35 inches, star crochet border, small table. And this one sold for full price at $19.49, but it took a year to sell. And I tell you guys all the time, I really want to keep it realistic with you as far as your expectations, because a lot of this stuff is not going to sell fast, especially if you like the vintage linens like I do. So pick this up for $1 at the thrift store. You can see here, again, it's a little 3-foot tablecloth, $19 sale, $15 profit, but it did take a year. Up next was a pretty fast sale. This one took 3 months. Super cute little Hawaiian floral crossbody purse. I did put Reed because it did have a condition issue. And this one is Roxy brand, so kind of like surfer, surf shop. Sold for that $19.99. I picked it up for $3 or $4 at the thrift store. So it's about a $10 profit, but only took 3 months. I did not realize though that it had some condition issues. So you can see here, it had some discoloration to that strap, and it also had a couple of small holes, had some writing on there. And this one was, again, 3 months to sell and about a $10 profit. Up next was another really fast sale. This one took less than a month. Vintage handmade satin thread Christmas ornament set of 12. I did put push pin thread in retro. Full price at $24.99, a set of 12 of them. I picked these up at the thrift store for $2.99 for the bag, so they're about an $18 profit. If you like ornaments or you're looking for ornaments for your tree, I'm getting quite a few up right now. So if you watch that Black Friday sale that we're gonna do, you definitely will have a chance to get some really good ornaments. We have vintage shiny brights, we have Kugel, Germany mercury glass, all kinds of things. So make sure you check out our sale for sure in the eBay store. So these are nothing overly special. That's why I lotted them up. It's 12 of them, and they are about an $18 profit. And again, sold very fast in under a month, but you also have to consider it as exact right timing of the year to have listed these. Next, this one is another fast sale. This is Allison Ray XXL yellow floral cotton shirt pajama pant set. Pick these up at the Dollar Clothing thrift store. So I have $2 into them. I sent out a 10% off offer for $22.49, and they sold in under a week. Super fast and $15 profit. I will take these all day long. Not very hard to photograph. Definitely very easy to ship, and a great profit very, very fast. So make sure you're checking out pajamas and nightgowns and things like that. Next up is something I would definitely keep an eye out for, whether they are new or used. This is a pair of Columbia PFG size XL mesh lined packable fishing shorts. These are swim trunks. They have the pocket where you can fold them up to like throw them in your backpack. They did take a while to sell. They took a year, but I'm not sure why, because I bought 5 pairs and 4 of them sold within a month, and this pair just sat there for a year. Sometimes it's kind of weird. You really never know. They did sell at full price, though. They sold at $27.99. I got them in an online auction lot and was like $2 in. So these are actually over a $20 profit. But again, this actual pair took over a year to sell, but I had 4 other pairs that sold in a month. So I would recommend it. I would stay away from these. I know a lot of people cut out that mesh liner. I would not get them if somebody cuts out that mesh liner. But if you happen to find these used and cheap, I think they will still sell around that $20 point. Next up was a really, really fast sale that I picked up at the thrift store for $2.99. It sold fast. It sold in under a month for $17.99, an offer that I sent out. I really thought this would be worth more, but it was a really fast sale, sold, and is a $12 profit. So it's a Paula Deen knife block. It's really important when you pick things up. Like, I thought it was going to be about $30, but when I actually started comping, it was more like that 20, which is why I priced it there. So you have to be really careful not to get a price stuck in your head that you think something is worth. You really need to look and see exactly what they're selling for. Otherwise, it is never going to sell. So comping and pricing your items right is very, very important. This one, $10 profit, again, sold fast in under a month. Up next, hopefully these make it there by Thanksgiving. They have not been delivered yet. We shipped them out 2 days ago. So somebody waited a little late for their Christmas. Look, I'm already moving to Christmas for their Thanksgiving salt and pepper shakers, but hopefully they'll get to them either tomorrow or Tuesday. So these are vintage turkey Thanksgiving Japan salt and pepper shakers, set of 2. They did sell for full price at $24.49. I got them for $1. So these are a $20 profit. They were listed back in June, so about 5 months to sell. And of course, they're selling right at Thanksgiving. We do not wait to list items until it's closer to the holiday. We list everything when we buy it because people will buy this stuff year round, but you are, of course, going to be more likely to sell it closer to the holiday. However, I don't hold on to anything. If I paid for it, I want to get it listed. So here you can see the Japan on the bottom of those 2, almost 3 inches tall. The paint is a little bit faded and chipped in some areas, but really happy that these sold. And again, close to $20 profit. Up next is another 2 years to sell. And boy, am I happy when these that have been here so long move out. This is a Vermont Teddy Bear Company jointed plush reindeer Christmas heart sweater. Again, selling at the appropriate time of the year, I guess you could say, but it was listed 2 years ago. So pick this up at the thrift store. Most of the plush is like 50 cents or $1. So this one's over a probably about $22 profit after fees, but took forever. So I really thought this would sell faster, and it did not. So I'm gonna try and hit this home a lot. Make sure you check that sell-through rate if you don't have space. Even if you do, you don't want to be in the storage business. You want to be in the selling business. So $27.97 for this bear, over $20 profit, but 2 years for it to sell. This must be the week of like 2-year-old things to sell. I don't know why. Someone sent me a $30 offer on this thing, and I think this one might be closer to 3 years that I've had it. It was in my master bedroom closet, which means it was before I had any of my sheds. So yeah, probably 3 years to sell. And I paid $5. It sold for $30, $20 profit. 3 years to sell. It was a little worn. I'm not going to lie, I would probably pick this up again because I love tapestry throws, but I didn't have Christmas. I didn't have holiday. I probably could have used some better keywords on this one. Still a good profit and super happy to have it out of my closet. Okay, these were not quite 2 years, but they were a year and a half. It's the week of the old stuff selling. These are a set of 4 handmade glass horses, goat, monkey, miniature figurines. These were listed in January of 23, so they were getting close to 2 years. They sold for a best offer of $30, though. I'm less than $1 in. They were in a box lot, and these are close to a $25 profit. They are just little glass animals. They are very tiny. I don't know what that monkey's got going on. You can see the original Made in China sticker. Look at this. These are an inch. They are very, very small and a very, very good profit, but a very long time to sell. Next up is kind of a mid-range time frame to sell. These were listed back in June, so about 5 months to sell. Pick these up for $5 at the thrift store. They are Harley-Davidson black jeans, $38.32, and these sold for a best offer of $38. So they're about a $27 to $28 profit. I would pick up Harley-Davidson jeans if you see them. They can sell at this higher price point. I might have priced a little too high, but ended up getting $38 for them, which is not bad for a $5 investment. Next up is the cutest little ashtray. This one is a Tilso Japan vintage Siamese cat kittens from Bryn's in Pittsburgh, PA. I did put Japan mid-century modern. This one sold for a best offer of $39. I got this, I believe, for around $5. So this one's going to be about a $28 profit. I love this glaze on this. And you can see the chain was broken, but that would be a very, very easy fix. You can see the Bryn's Pittsburgh, PA made in Japan sticker there. Beautiful, beautiful piece. I absolutely love the glazing on this one. Watch for the animals with the chains and like the babies, whether they're on an ashtray or just by themselves. I've typically done very well with them. And this one was not listed very long. It sold in under a month. Next up is another mid-range item. This one was listed in June, so it took about 5 months to sell. This is a bin shot 11-ounce rocks glass. It's really cool. It has a real bullet inside of the glass. I did put USA gift and dad, so this one might be going out for a Christmas gift. And this one sold for a best offer of $18. I got this in a big bulk buy, so I actually am only $1 into it. So it's about a $14 profit, but again, took 5 months to sell, which isn't super horrible. It's not fast, but when you can get stuff for $1, and again, I do have the room, and this one was a really good profit and not overly long to sell. Up next is a super cute little Hallmark ornament. This is a 2012 Baby's First Christmas Winnie the Pooh piglet. This one sold for the full price of $14.94. I got this for $1 from an online auction lot. I bought a bunch of Hallmark ornaments, and this one's about a $10 profit, but it was listed back in March. So it did take 8 months to sell. Of course, it's selling closer to Christmas, but again, we do sell them year round. You just might have a higher concentration of them selling now when we are in that holiday season. So everybody's going to be getting their trees out soon, decorating. So ornaments and decorations should be selling a lot better right now. Next up is one that sold in 2 days. This one sold very fast. If you don't know, pick up Simply Southern. I pick up almost all the Simply Southern I find. This one has a Georgia map. I did put peaches, cotton light blue, and picked it up for $1. Sold for full price in 2 days, and it is a $15 profit. So anytime I see these at the thrift store, I pick them up. Of course, this one's a good size. You can see it did have a spot there. That is what we are showing, but still sold at that $20 and sold in 2 days. Another fast seller, under a month, Ralph Lauren Women's Floral Pajama Set. Found these for $1, which is absolutely incredible to find them so low. And they sold for a best offer of $45, again, in under a month. So these are a $38 profit. You can see that Ralph Lauren embroidered on the pocket. There is the tag. These are size medium. You can see it has a stain. We do have read, and we put in our description the stain was noted, that we have not attempted stain removal, and this set still sold for $45 in under a month. Here's another one, over 2 years to sell. Vintage mid to late 60s Harley-Davidson Mod Logo. This one I sent out a half off offer of $27.99 and they accepted, but I was less than $1 into these Harley pins. So this one is about a $22 profit, but again, took over 2 years to sell. These though, I was in the profit super fast. That is typically what happens with these giant lots. I find there will be higher priced, more popular items that cover the cost of my buy. And then the rest of it can just sit here for 2 years. Like this is 27 bucks. I've been in the profit. So I am totally okay with that because I do have the space to store it. Another fast sale. This one kind of surprised me. This is a vintage, the Jesus Lizard Wolf Heart tank top. I sold for a best offer of $17 in 2 days. And I got it for $1 at the thrift store. And it is about a $14 profit, but such a fast sale. Really, really fast. This just kind of caught my eye. That's why I picked it up. And it was a great profit and sold really, really fast. Okay, last up for eBay before we jump on over to Poshmark is this vintage folk art doll. This was really cool. It has like a 2x4 in the middle of it. It's a shelf sitter. This is another one that took over 2 years to sell, but it was less than $1 in a big lot. And so it is a $15 profit. Happy it's gone. You can see that 2x4 there. And it was really heavy, so it wasn't going to fall off the shelf. But 16 inches and long sale. Again, it's the week of the take forever to sell items. But $15 profit, and it is out of here. All right. We are moving on to Mercari, and we are going to start with this Pittsburgh Steelers extra large women's. This is a slim fit. Sold for $25. There are no fees on Mercari. I paid $1, so it's a $24 profit. And this one was listed in October. You can see it was listed October 4th. So about a month and a half to sell, but really, really good profit. And I am totally okay with that. I tell you guys every week, and this is actually the first football item I've showed you this week. So it seems like we're leaning more towards Christmas gift type items versus the sports stuff, but the sports stuff can also be Christmas gifts. So make sure you're still watching out for it and listing that football gear. Next up was a very, very fast sale. You can see this one was listed November 14th. And it actually sold in under a week. So this is a JosephEsposito. If you buy jewelry, watch for Espo. That is what it is signed. And this is a sterling silver bracelet sold for $44. I paid $5, so $39 profit, but very, very fast sale. And here you can see that Espo kind of hard under the sold. And they are clearly marked. So if you find anything Espo, that is JosephEsposito, and his stuff does tend to sell pretty well. All right, now we are moving over to Poshmark. So this is a lot of Koi Light 2XL scrub pants. They sold for $25. Pick them up. Again, these are another dollar clothing store find, and they are about a $15 profit. They sold very, very fast. So definitely make sure you keep an eye out. These are plus size. They are also petite, which I feel like sells pretty well for me. And we have been doing very, very well with lotting scrubs up. Next is one that was only a $10 profit. So with this $17 sale on Poshmark, the payout was only $11. I only paid $1 for these. I honestly thought they would sell faster. They didn't take overly long. They took about 3 months, but I just saw retro and windbreaker pants and was like, oh yeah, they'll sell. Oh no, they won't. They are not a popular brand, but $10 profit. And it was under 6 months for these to sell. All right, that was everything. I hope you enjoyed. It was a lot of old stuff that went out this week, and nothing makes me feel better than something that's been sitting here 2 years getting the heck out of here, because then I have more space. I have money to buy better inventory. I've learned over the last 2 years to buy better. So really happy that that stuff is gone. I hope you have enjoyed. We do use List Perfectly to cross-post everything. I'm wearing my List Perfectly shirt today. I wear my List Perfectly shirt a lot. So also, I want to remind you guys, if you missed the announcement on our Tuesday podcast, myself and Rod, Picking and Punching, my co-host, will be speaking in Las Vegas in March this year at the Boss Reseller Remix. I'm going to have a code for you for discounted tickets. They do go on sale December 1st. So make sure you are watching, or you can hit me up on Instagram or Facebook and I'll get you that code December 1st. Come see me in Vegas. I will be there. Dalton and Brooke will be with me, and we can hang out on Fremont Street. It is a fun time. I went to this conference last year and had an amazing time. That was actually my first time in Vegas. So I would love it if you come and see me. Again, I will be speaking as well as Rod and some other really, really amazing speakers. So I hope that you can come. I would love to meet you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment, share with your friends, and make sure you're subscribed, and have a wonderful, wonderful week.